Surprise, motherfucker.
All I can tell y'all is that it's about to go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show on planet Earth.
My man.
This is the Toolbox.
Enemy spotted.
Featuring Zach Ristomaki,
Oh, hell no.
Stuart King Winsek, and Jarrett Andrews.
I like turtles.
Check this out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Toolbox time! Episode 7. The Tools, dressed according to how their life is going. Jarrett Andrews, champion. Exhibit A and B. I've won it twice in a row. Stu Winsek, once great, fell off a little bit and is now shooting back up to the top.
I will take that.
In what regard?
Zach Ristomaki, waste of time. Welcome to the Toolbox episode
Very much.
7. Oh man, we got a great show for you guys today. But first, I want to know how my tools are doing. You know, it's always who's the tool, not how's the tool. So, Stu, how you doing, man?
I'm doing better after that intro, Jarrett. That was well done on short notice. Congratulations.
Wow, there's my smile.
You've
Zach?
done your job
Yeah.
thus far.
I like that. That came out well. I'm also doing pretty well. All things
No.
considered, I am wearing a Ohio Media School shirt, but all things considered.
You really need to do some laundry then, huh?
No, actually, this was sitting on top of all my clean laundry. That's why I'm wearing it.
Okay.
So, Zach starting off the show, not trying. Good. Great. Great start.
Look, man, I tried all night. I tried all morning. And then I found this shirt, and I'm like, hey, they don't try. Why should I?
You were working on your outfit all night and all day?
No, I was working on other things that were important.
Oh. Was it for the Toolbox?
Yes.
Then you know what? I salute you. And I take back my former negative comment
Hey, that's
about
all right.
your lack of preparation towards fashion. And Jarrett,
Yep.
you know what? That's the same sweatshirt as last week?
No, it's not.
It might be.
No, he was wearing a dark one.
I was wearing a black champion.
He was wearing a
Okay.
champion hoodie.
All right.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you scared me for a second there. I'm not even gonna lie. I was a little worried.
I knew I was safe in this as it's playoff time, and that's when it's time to bust out the tribe
Hey,
jerseys.
that's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Hey, and it is a big week for sports. You know, we're all sports guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe Zach a little bit.
Not here on the Toolbox, but
I've gotten
outside.
Outside
more
of the
into
show.
it.
Outside
I've
of the
gotten
show.
more into it.
NBA Finals starting tonight. This is we're recording this on
tomorrow,
Tuesday.
Cavs aren't in it.
well, what?
Tomorrow
LeBron's
night.
in it. Tomorrow
Not
night.
interested.
Wednesday.
I'm out.
MLB playoffs start today. Browns are
MLB,
2-1.
yeah. Cavs.
Browns have a
Not
winning
Cavs.
record.
Indians.
For the first time since 2014.
Oh my God.
So the top two most loved teams in Cleveland are doing very well.
Yeah.
And then you got the Cavs.
That's fair.
We're still
Well,
there.
If LeBron is on the Cavs, I'd say they're number one in town, but
False. This is
No.
a Browns town,
Yeah,
buddy.
The Browns still.
The
hang
Browns
top.
sell out.
Yeah.
so do the Cavs sold out every night.
That's
No.
The Cavs actually sold out this season or this past season. too.
Not every night.
Not every
a couple
night.
Of, a
Well,
couple times they did.
They did sell out.
When
which
they
is-
played the Lakers, they sold out.
No, they sold out. They sold out when I went to the Memphis game. Actually,
That had to have been like $2 tickets.
they were not.
All right, you know what? That's enough sports. Let's get back to our usual
Got
topics.
slightly aggressive there with the sports talk.
Binge drinking
Got a story on that?
and video games.
Don't have a story on that.
I have a story on
Oh.
that.
Wow.
So, Season 6,
Ooh.
Call of Duty, just dropped this morning. A lot of new stuff. We'll get into that a little bit. Also, Zach wants to talk about a drinking game for the debate, which is that tonight?
for the politically
For
inclined.
the debates that are going to be
Yeah.
happening in the future,
This game won't really work for tonight because this episode isn't live.
You're right.
but it is the inspiration behind
Yes.
said drinking game, so we're going to get into
That's why I'm
that.
bringing it up.
Yeah.
And Stu has 4.
I've got several newses that I'd like to touch on. In typical Stu's news fashion, mostly about drinking, fighting, comedy, and love. So, everything that matters in life.
Speaking of fighting, if you were an animal, right?
Okay.
What kind of animal would you fight like?
What I fight like.
Yeah.
If I
Bear.
was an animal, what kind of animal would I fight? Like, what animal am I?
I'm a bear, and I'm
You would
doing just
fight-
big punches.
You would fight like a bear?
Yeah.
Just throw those claws out there?
I'm throwing bows
Okay.
and big haymakers
Zach?
and
Um,
mauling.
I bet Zach would be like a
Winning.
kangaroo. Like, he'd just sit back in this kick.
Kick?
when
No,
they tried
I
to come in.
was gonna say, like, I don't know, when I play games, because I don't really fight in real life. When I play games, my fighting style is normally moving fast. You know, you come in fast, you come in quick, and you take them by surprise. I'm thinking like a jaguar or a cheetah or something, you know?
Ah.
So, sneak up from behind and stealth.
I'm
Is
I'm
Zach.
I'm just an overpowering alpha
All right,
male.
Jarrett, you asked this question. I'm sure you have an answer for it.
Overpowering alpha male, silverback gorilla, all in your face. Just claws, teeth, just punching.
Gorillas,
Pounding his chest.
gorillas are not known for their
You
teeth.
know? They bite.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are. Are you kidding me?
Gorillas are not known for their teeth.
Yes, they are.
Oh, Stu.
No, it's their fists and their muscles you got to watch out for.
Stu.
If they're using their teeth, you're already gone.
They use their teeth.
Well,
You
yeah,
never-
to like
you
eat
never see
regular
them,
food.
Like that. They got some
Are they chomping their teeth or are they beating their chest?
both.
You tell me
show
how
their
they're trying
teeth
to
off a
intimidate
lot.
you.
They show their
They
teeth.
do.
And they can use them if they
That's a
want to.
big thing that they
That-
do.
and the only reason I know that is because of The Office, where if you smile, that's a sign of submission from a chimpanzee. That's why Dwight never smiles at any of his coworkers.
Jinx.
Fair.
So that's the only reason I know that. And now that we've covered that,
I'm just trying to see where all
Stu,
of,
what do you have for Stu's
I just want to see
news
where we're
today?
all at mentally as competitors today.
it was a bold choice, but let's give it to the bear.
Sure.
I also realized that a bear is a term for something that I don't necessarily want to... You know what? Never mind. Let's get into
I
Stu's
feel like a
news.
gorilla would wreck a bear's shit. Not gonna lie, though.
So, have you guys all seen that recent viral video out of Cleveland's Top Golf, the
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah.
I am pretty sure everybody's seen it at this point. So I got some details on that.
Okay.
Like some actual story behind it.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know, shocking. So, according to police, Shaquan Foreman tried to pay his bill with a credit card, but it was declined. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I work at a bar. So when this happens, it's usually a quick fix, as it could be rather embarrassing for the customer if not handled correctly.
Sure.
As the bartender, we just want a transaction to be over. Like, we're done helping you.
Yeah, give us money and leave.
Goodbye. So, just find a way to pay and leave, and let's try and leave Johnny Law out of this. But that's not what happened here, as we all very aggressively saw in that video. So, the guy went to go try and pay with cash instead, because his card was declined, which is fair. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go get some cash. But before he went to go get some cash, he started calling the lady profane names. That was the waitress that was helping him, because it
it's
is
her fault.
clearly her fault
Right.
that he doesn't have enough money in that account. So he calls her a profane word. I was trying to figure out what the profane word was, and I just kind of assumed it was a female dog.
Ah.
But that's when all hell broke loose.
By God in heaven.
Yeah, it was a
Oh
what's
my
his,
God.
not Jim Rome, but the wrestling announcer.
Jim Ross.
Jim Ross, thank you.
By God in heaven.
By God in heaven, it's the manager.
He split him in half, I swear on my life.
His card was declined. This was earned. According to Fox 8, a Topgolf employee said she would have a manager come remove them from the building. And that's when Dakota Arnold, who's 20 years old, started throwing punches. She's like, I'm going to get the manager and you guys are going to be forced to leave. And she's like, I'm 20 years old and probably drunk, underage. I'm going to fight you.
20 years old.
Like, the whole fact that they included the age of 20 at, like, the bar / golfing area is...
We should go there.
I want to go there, but now I'm hesitant.
Don't let this ruin the fun.
So in the video, you can see Antoine punching the female employees viciously in the face. Because Dakota was basically getting like pinned down by the two employees who were much larger. So her boyfriend then comes up and throws some haymakers, hitting her in the side of the face. Like, yeah, you've all seen the video.
Quite the fight.
So police said the two victims had visible injuries, including black eyes and chipped teeth. The manager told police he thought one of the servers was unconscious when he got there. When the police got there, they charged the couple with assault and resisting arrest. And now the craziest part is, in my opinion, they actually paid for everything with that cash and then started the fight with the employees.
Wait. So they paid and then...
And then the fight happened.
My goodness. Was this at the Independence one?
This was at the Cleveland location, I'm assuming.
So I think that's Independence then, yeah.
I don't think there's another one near here.
No.
So...
Oh boy.
And yeah, like, obviously the girl had to be wasted if she's, like, ready to throw hands at the waitress.
Yeah.
And she's 20 years old. Like,
Fair. And she's 20.
those are the people that throw hands at a Topgolf. Drunk 20-year-olds.
Well, then I think we'll be okay.
So don't let me drink at Topgolf when we go.
Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at.
There's a high point my card gets declined, a high chance my card gets declined.
And it's just going to go down.
And it's the natural progression.
We're going to hear Kevin Hart over the speakers. It's about to go down.
That's when the fight started.
I'm a very resourceful person. So clearly there's weapons available. Golf clubs.
No,
You guys went in bare-fisted. You got to respect that.
No, that gets you into felony territory using a weapon.
At that point, it's probably murder.
Yeah, you want to keep hand to hand.
Assault with a deadly weapon.
No.
Well, could it be assault with a deadly weapon if they provide the deadly weapon?
Yes.
Yes, it's still a weapon.
So if you've got a knife if you like set a sword down on the ground and somebody picks it up and stabs you, that's assault with a deadly weapon.
I think that's murder.
Well, if you die, yeah.
Murder with a sword.
Yeah, that's a different charge. Just murder.
Chivalry.
Chivalrous murder.
Was it a duel?
Yeah.
All right, that's neither here nor there. We got on a tangent. That's not part of the news. So I feel like they got their just desserts as, all right, it's not their fault your card got declined and then you start throwing bows.
It's not
like that's a tough day at work for them.
It's not their fault your card was declined. Then you paid and then wanted to fight.
Like, it was their fault that you spent too much on Miller Lite and golfing. So on to my next story.
I feel like you're just attacking me personally at this point.
Why?
They're like my two favorite things in the world, Miller Lite and golfing.
I enjoy both of those things.
Okay.
But I don't throw hands at the people that supply those things towards me. Like,
Yeah.
Well.
Unless they start acting up, because then...
Maybe they were acting up. You never know.
They might have been. But in the video... the video was a short video.
Seems like a very one-sided story here.
All right, well, if you want to champion that cause, Jarrett, and get to the bottom of it, I give you all the power in the world.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were guilty.
Yeah.
So on to the next story. Our thoughts on Borat.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen something very Borat, But.
So, Borat, Cultural Learnings of America for Make Benefit Glorious Nation of Kazakhstan, has a sequel.
I am so ready for this.
Oh, boy.
I've been seeing clips of Borat on my timeline for the past month. I am so ready.
I still am. Like, I was falling out of my seat laughing in the theaters when I saw it, when it first came out. 100% my style of comedy.
I'm embarrassed to say how old I was when Borat came out.
It's so ridiculous.
You had to be accompanied by a parent?
No, like, it came out on DVD, or honestly, it might have come out on VHS. And I watched it with my brother, and I was like 8 years old, 10 years old, something like that.
That is embarrassing. All right. Well, it finally has a sequel.
And I thought it was hilarious as a child.
Well, it's hilarious to all ages.
Yeah.
Probably more hilarious if you're young and don't understand how like horribly inappropriate it is.
I know.
All right, so that's an aggressive title for a movie, and the sequel is no different. It's called Borat: Gift of Pornographic Monkey to Vice Premier Mikhail Pence to make benefit recently diminished nation of Kazakhstan.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah. That's going to be on the billboard.
How about Borat 2?
You like that?
No, it's Borat 2 doesn't
there's-
explain it.
There is a reason they go with the long title, Jarrett.
Because it's hilarious.
So everybody's curious how like this movie's gonna work, right? Because
Stay tuned.
okay,
So the plot is gonna roll, right? Like you're asking the right questions, Jared. I got the answer
Jarrett's
for
on
you.
key.
I knew where you were going.
Yeah.
Here it is. All right, so the plot's gonna revolve around the fact that the public still knows who he is now. So he has to go undercover to interview people. So additionally, one source described the film as Cohen playing Borat playing Cohen, which sounds like the exact sort of bizarro humor that Sacha Baron Cohen has become known for.
hilarious man, by the way.
I'm super excited for that.
What has he been in recently, though?
The Dictator.
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah. The
I
Dictator.
did see that.
I
That
did
was
see
garbage.
it. Yeah, it wasn't great.
Well,
He was
well-
also in the Bruno. Was his next release after
Yeah,
Borat,
which was a little weird.
which was the aggressively like gay humor,
It was
like
homoerotic, yeah.
yeah, like which like don't get me wrong, like I laughed and then I was wildly uncomfortable and then I laughed again, like which is basically
Right.
what he's going for. Like it works.
So
It's-
my question is like, okay, so we're in 2020, you know, Borat came out a long time ago, okay, and they were doing some things at the time was hilarious, but at this time some people might find insensitive. So my question is, how is it going to work with that? Personally, I don't care because I think comedy should, you know, press boundaries and stuff. But I'm just worried that the SJW community will have a field day.
What is the
What's-
SJW?
Social justice warriors.
Now,
They're not doing a good job of getting their name out if I've never heard of them.
now
That's on them,
to
which
be
is a fair point.
fair,
To be fair.
a lot of things that we as a society found acceptable comedy-wise that long ago have kind of been phased out regardless. So to say that he still can't make something offensive while it's still funny is kind of
So, like Steve Carell said, he didn't think if season 1 of The Office aired in 2020, he said there was no way it would have made it to a
for
season
sure.
2.
For sure.
To me, it's kind of like the same thing. you
Oh,
know?
100%. But if there's anybody that's going to champion this cause,
Oh, yeah.
I leave it to Sacha Baron Cohen and I leave it to Ricky Gervais,
Yeah.
who really, both of them, don't care because they know they're doing it to be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sacha
And
Baron Cohen
that's
doesn't-
what
he
makes
doesn't
it
care.
so funny to me because they don't care. It's a
it's-
joke.
It's those comedians who are so good. Like Dave Chappelle did the same thing.
Yeah.
and like his last
Dave
few
Chappelle's
Netflix
so great.
his last few Netflix specials. He's
So
like-
good.
He's like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of poop for this, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. And that's what's good about comedy too. Like you can like it should be acceptable to joke about things. Like they're like if something is off limits, then everything is off limits. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's good.
Well,
to-
there's an appropriate time and place for
I feel
everything,
like
but
that's a good. There's an appropriate amount of what you should or what you can say
Right.
and what you just shouldn't say,
Mhm.
and
it depends on your audience.
Yeah,
Now, if you're
exactly.
talking to me, the more horrible you are, the better chance you have of me laughing. Now, if you do that while I'm in public, I will call you disgusting and say I do not associate with you. But if we're in private, you'll get a heartfelt laugh out of me.
Healthy chuckle.
Yeah, a hearty chuckle,
Yeah.
in fact. But it all depends, time, place, manner, and all that jazz. And I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
That's
It's gonna
gonna-
be great.
That's gonna be real good.
If you haven't seen Borat and you're a listener, just go watch Borat. It's hilarious.
Agreed. So that's
good.
that's a very fair and obvious statement.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of obvious statements, I just read a study today, and it was: did people drink more during the pandemic?
yeah.
That's what I said.
I'm gonna say.
And guess
I'm
what?
gonna say no.
Well, Jarrett, like I said, obvious. Like clearly, you know what, Jarrett, you're wrong.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, bars
I-
were closed.
No, I can't.
Hey,
I
At
can't.
least he's trying to play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I can't sugarcoat this for you. You are wrong.
I'm used to it.
He doesn't want to go with what the popular opinion is.
Yeah.
So, as the foremost expert on alcohol knowledge and alcohol consumption on this show, It's always a joy when I get to do a little of both.
Takes a sip.
Don't be fooled.
A dramatic sip. Even if it's a wildly obvious story, fellas, I asked you this. I already did ask you that. Did we drink more during the pandemic? We sure did.
Oh my god, you're so full of yourself. I'm sorry. I hate cheating off the thing, but you actually wrote "take dramatic sip" into your script.
Oh my god.
You know what? I could have done it more dramatic. I toned it down.
It's literally just an Arnold Palmer, viewers. Don't be fooled.
Yeah, Arnold Palmer. Totally, it's Coke for coloring. And vodka. So, color me shocked was what I was supposed to say next.
Nice.
1,540 Americans participated in a study done by Indiana University in conjunction with the Rand Corporation to see just how much more we drink during a global catastrophe. Which I guess is going to be real helpful for the next one in 2021. Am I right?
I hope not.
Yeah,
Let's not.
I'd rather
think
us
that way.
keep
Yeah.
away from that.
It seems more likely than that. Just the way things are trending. Well, the numbers are in. We drank on average 14% more.
Nice.
Hold on, let me find myself. Just to break that down for you, if you're having 10 drinks a night, you're now having 14 due to the pandemic. That's math. So also coming out of the study, women tend to be upping their game more than men. That's heavy drinking, as defined as 5 or more in a single sitting, or in my case, a single podcast, went up 41% in women. And a rather disappointing show out of the gentlemen, only going up 7%.
Who comes up with these numbers? 5 drinks is heavy drinking.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's borderline light drinking for me.
I got bad news for you, Jarrett.
Am I an alcoholic?
Yeah.
All right.
If you have more than one a day.
I don't. I'm just saying in one
A
sitting.
day, but yeah, you gotta take into account when you're drinking, I guess.
Yeah. If you're one Saturday night when you have 18, $2 shots of Jameson on Patron. Look at me, I'm a millionaire. Makes up for the rest of the week.
I
Makes
didn't
up
even
for
know.
the rest of the
The
week.
bartender told me it was $2 shots of Jameson, and he poured me one while he was saying it. So I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, once you hear it's $2 Jameson, there's only one correct answer. I'm going to do that shot of Jameson.
Give me more.
And every time he offered me, guess what I said?
More.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, please.
Of course.
You're
Like,
like Kylo Ren, just
I'm-
yelling, more.
now, I'm just curious as to whether you knew that there was the establishment that you were at had that special, or you thought you were just getting a deal.
No, he told me it was all night $2 shots Jameson.
So he just started pouring it without even.
Yeah.
So he made you get that shot.
Well, he's a friend of mine.
That's his bartender friend. That's not you.
You have another bartender friend?
We talked about this
Acquaintance at this point.
Have
you know?
we?
Yes.
I don't know. Acquaintance?
Yeah, acquaintance.
That's way different than a friend. And if we've
That's
talked
true.
about
You did
this,
say friend though.
Do I have a friend?
You said you have a bartender friend.
I did, but he's not a bartender anymore.
we're
What happened,
acquaintances,
though? Did he
Jarrett.
die?
No, he just stopped being a bartender.
Oh,
Zach.
thank God. Whew.
Apparently, working at Johnny J's is too much to handle.
Look, man,
I know somebody that can vouch for that. Somebody that worked at Johnny Joe's.
I figured you meant.
And then
somebody
worked with me.
Okay.
They were very nice people. Apparently, Johnny Joe's was not.
Okay.
Stop on down by the Hooley House.
Yeah, I'm a big Johnny J's guy.
Are you?
Yeah. Pearl
You-
Road Strongsville. Baby.
You are or not?
I am.
Oh, okay.
It's a very nice bar. It's very nice.
It's the
Where is it?
Irish Bar in Strongsville.
Yep.
Jesus.
Right on Pearl Road. 3 minutes from the crib.
That's far.
Yeah. Oh.
It's not far when you used
is
to
that
live
a-
in Brunswick.
Is that a far drive for you guys? Oh, shoot. Wow.
No, I've been there.
Hey,
I used to live in Brunswick.
you voluntarily come out here, man.
I don't think I have a choice.
I mean, you do.
Can I telecommute, like, over Zoom?
No.
Oh.
I mean, you probably could.
Well, then I don't have a choice now, do I?
You could, but
I mean, the technology is there where we could all do that, but at the same time,
what beats having us all here?
having you guys not here?
Having no.
Yeah, like, that's actually really easy. My sister's in the corner being like, yeah, you're right.
No one being in my damn house.
You guys can Zoom from your room? Awesome.
Get
I didn't know that was a
the fuck out.
possibility. Good news. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, but the quality. Well, no, never
Would
mind.
probably be better.
Don't even talk about quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared's all jazzed up, like
Look,
he's like, I didn't have an hour commute after work. Like, I feel great.
Today's episode, this episode that will be going up next Monday.
Don't even say anything. You'll jinx it.
That's true.
Don't say anything.
The audio sounds good.
That's
As of
gonna
right now.
That's gonna be an awfully weird flex if it doesn't sound
Until
good.
the video corrupts
Yeah,
or something.
like-
It will be.
And then we're gonna be relying on Jared's laptop again.
Nice.
Well, his laptop.
It's always the backup. It's always the backup.
Maybe that's the other option. We have Adobe open, recording the laptop audio, while OBS captures the audio from the board, just so we have a backup plan.
All right, so on to my next story. So I told you guys last week about how I was being set up for like a kind of a weird encounter.
Yeah, we're eagerly awaiting the
Encounter.
the sequel.
Well, I'm gonna hit this news story first because I wish I had heard it before that encounter. Because another piece of the puzzle has been cracked.
Oh. And what is that?
So researchers examined 6 scientific studies in an attempt to identify facial expression of flirtation and its effect on men. So the new study, published in the Journal of Sex Research, sounds like a delightful place to work, found there is one specific facial expression that men should look out for as a potential cue that a woman is flirting with them.
Interesting.
Now, I didn't plan a break in this story, but now I am curious as to whether either of you gentlemen or a studio audience member has any idea of what that look is.
We didn't mention that there's someone sitting here live right now.
We don't have
watching
to.
it.
Just listen for the laughter. It's bound to happen any second.
Maybe eventually.
There's a soft little one in the back there. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Probably can't hear it.
It's there.
Promise.
So, if you had to guess, gentlemen, there's one look that they've proven. I want to see that look out of both Zach
I'm not doing
and
That's a hard
Jarrett,
pass for me.
and I'm going to see which one of you gets closer. Now remember, this is out of the Journal of Sex Research, and they found one specific facial expression that men should take as a potential cue that a woman is flirting with them.
What are you
All right,
doing?
so I'm gonna get Jarrett's
no,
picture.
You're gonna get a
you're
picture of
not.
both of us?
Yeah, it's gonna play real well for the podcast. All right, so
It's gonna
Jarrett,
play real well
I'm
for
gonna
the
go.
audio.
I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and then I'm gonna raise
Okay.
this up and get ready.
I will do this.
All right.
Folks on
No,
Spotify
hold on.
and iTunes.
Hold on. I will do this, but can we agree that Stu actually makes the face that women actually make when he's done reading the story?
Yeah, of course.
And we can.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Totally.
There we go.
all right.
Can I explain first?
Nope.
And then do it.
Sure can.
Well, because I need like the hair. You know. I don't
No,
have-
you don't get it.
All right. Well, I think they'd like play with the hair a little bit.
Okay.
Oh my
And then
God.
they'd smile. And then they'd kind of like blush and look away a little bit. You know, like that.
All right, I've
My
taken
God.
100 photos of you while you were doing that.
Okay.
So there should be a winner in there. I should not have done that like instant catch, but yeah, you're there. Like we got you. All right, now Zach, I'm gonna need yours, and go ahead. That
You just look stoned.
you do
I
not.
always do. I have very small eyes.
It's
Yeah,
like
same.
it's like you don't. It's like you're not even interested. Like work for it. You're interested. You're flirting with
Well,
somebody.
I'm not. I'm not.
All right.
Work at.
Well, I am.
Zach has clearly never been
Yeah.
flirted with.
It's,
Probably.
and the worst part is he's the only one here with a girlfriend. Like, it's like, yeah, we don't do that stuff. That's how you get a girlfriend, by not doing that. What you're doing, like,
You just mug the entire
yeah,
time.
you just look angry and confused, and it works.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so that's not right, either of you.
Shoot.
Oh no. Never would have guessed.
I could have guessed. The researchers found that a few expressions were identified by most, if not all, as flirting with men. The most attractive nonverbal, non-physical method of signaling flirting is when women turn their head to one side while tilting it down slightly, had a slight smile, and their eyes
it's
were
that-
facing towards their target.
You know the face from that GIF? The guy kind of looks like Odell.
There's a lot of gifs out there,
like,
man.
He's like,
Oh,
that GIF?
yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be on the
So
video.
is this a teethy smile or a mouthy smile? Lips
It,
or
it,
teeth?
it can be easy, or it can be either. So mostly lips, light teeth is generally
So
the look.
Seduce me, Stu. Right now, let's see it. Yeah, okay.
God, what the hell
Was it-
is that?
Did it work? Don't you go falling in love with me now. I gotta finish this show.
Don't abduct me in the middle of the night, please.
I will not get into your van.
You're like a serial killer.
I am not a serial killer. So
Sounds like something a serial killer would say.
that is
No.
exactly what a serial killer would say, to be fair. All right, now I'm starting to question myself. That flirty face is said to be clear-cut message to men that the women were interested, and this is according to Yahoo.
Clear
Oh.
cut.
So that led me down a rabbit hole, which led me to Psychology Today, which published the 11 most frequently used flirty behaviors by women.
Okay.
And there was a couple of interesting ones that really
Now, is this for, is this actual facts, or
this
is
is
just something that some guy...
this is
wrote?
out of Psychology Today.
That seems more reliable than Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So you can trust this. You can write this down as law.
I don't think I need it, but alright.
All right. Fine. Yeah. I don't know. That threw the curveball at me. Zach. All right.
Zach never needs to flirt again.
Yeah. Ever.
Jarrett needs it.
That's a very intense statement that you just said.
I didn't say it again, but...
You implied it by saying I don't need to know this ever.
No, oh my god.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. So Zach's making some moves apparently.
Oh.
Wedding bells. Yeah. You brought that on
Not
yourself.
until you're 30.
And even then, don't do that. All right. So some of the. I
And
mean,
no, I
should
will
I
not
do
be your
all
best
11
man.
or should I just do the best 3?
Best 3.
All right.
Whatever.
So the first one that caught my eye was the solitary dance. While seated or standing, the woman moved her body in time to music playing. Just by herself.
Do we...
Just pop, pop, pop.
I mean,
I do that all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm never flirting with anybody.
yeah.
You're
I feel like that's such a bad...
but at the same time, you're making yourself open to somebody approaching you. Do you see?
But it's not flirting if you're just looking approachable.
You're casting a wide net, if you will.
Wasn't that what flirting is in a nutshell? Is looking approachable?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could look approachable and not be flirting.
It's true. It's me. That's me every day.
I see
don't
people
know.
all the time that look approachable, but I'm not gonna I'm not assuming that they're flirting with me.
Oh,
Maybe they are.
they
Zach.
probably aren't,
Oh my
Zach.
God.
But in
You're
my
just a
case,
handsome son
Probably
of a
not.
gun.
Probably not. Let's keep it real.
You handsome bastard.
he's the only guy with a girlfriend. So the head toss is another one. I'm pretty sure it goes in line with the next one, the hair flip.
She takes her head off and just...
So the head toss, the hair flip.
It's the Headless Horseman, man.
no.
It goes a lot with what is it, Legally Blonde, the dip and flip.
Yeah. But
It's based
I
on
mean,
science.
That's a little
No.
more of a full body movement, though.
Well, yeah, it's incorporating several of these tools. And then the lean. The woman moved her torso and upper body forward closer to the man. Wait, that's not the one I was looking for.
Double cup.
The one I was looking for was neck presentation. This one kind of scared me. The woman tilted her neck to one side about 45 degrees, exposing the opposite side of her neck.
So like a
Like this?
vampire type thing.
Yeah.
Like Team Edward.
So she's going like this? Kinda?
I mean, it'd work if it was an attractive lady and not you.
There.
Maybe.
Let's see
If it was an attractive lady and not
Eat it.
you.
Eat it.
Wow.
Sink them.
Hold on.
Being direct.
Sink them molars in there, Papa. Come on.
Say Papa.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Oh my god, especially coming from Jared.
You know what? Hey, if it works for him, flirt how you gonna flirt, buddy.
Hey, play your game.
So that actually kind of ties into what we talked about a little bit on last week's show, which was me getting kind of weirdly set up at I don't know if I've told you this yet, but the bar that I work at, I'm a bartender. So I got set up by some regulars there.
Here's a fun toolbox drinking game. If Stu mentions he's a bartender, take a shot.
I mean, I love that game personally. Bartender.
Nice sip.
Yeah, I'm telling a story. I don't have time to take a chug.
We would have patiently waited for you to chug.
Would you have? Because
Yeah.
I'll do it right now.
Go for it.
No, I'm telling
That
a
makes for
story,
good radio.
and that's yeah, exactly. Let's listen to Stu drink. You can actually find
sure
that on
you
my
get
private
real close.
YouTube channel.
That can be on our Patreon if
Yeah.
you just want to watch Stu drink.
Stu's ASMR.
Lord.
It's him putting his...
And the terrifying thing about that is that's probably going to make the most money out of anything we do. Gulp, gulp, gulp.
Stu drinks, the tools flirt.
Stu, how was your Saturday?
All right. So the plan was the girl was going to come up and meet me. You know, I'll fill you in briefly. If you missed last week's episode, there's no reason because we're all readily available on the internet.
Yeah, there you go.
I was supposed to meet this girl who was set up by her uncle, the uncle's girlfriend, and the girl's mom. So I finished up work early. Thank goodness, because the best version of Stu is Stu after 2 drinks, which is...
I have heard that.
Yeah, he's coined that term a lot.
That is no science, or excuse me, that is a scientific fact.
So after 2 drinks, you evolve into Stewie Danger.
Yeah. Yeah. All of a sudden, way more confident. Hello.
Or is that a devolve? I don't know.
It's an evolution. That's Charizard from Charmeleon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh darn champion.
Nice Pokemon reference.
Thank
Squirtle
you.
to War Turtle.
Yeah. Skipped one. Straight to champ.
Squirtle straight to Blastoise?
All right,
that's what I'm
so
saying.
I did myself up right. Like I went and got some like new like jeans and clothes that weren't like terrible, and got my hair cut, and I'm looking real good.
Mhm.
So I finish up work early, and I'm waiting for them. I'm like, all right, great. I get to have a couple of drinks before they get here, and I'm just expecting the mom and the daughter. Because they said they were going to come up and see me at work. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, oh, even better if I can be, you know, done with work and actually join them.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh is a great start. So the 2 regulars get there first. And I'm like, oh, hey, guys, what's going on with you? And they're like, Stu, we thought you were working. And I'm like, I was. And now I'm done. And I'm like, oh. All right, well, this is now going to be weird because we didn't tell her about you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. So after all of this build-up, I'm like, all right, they already explained, like, Stu bartender, bop, somewhat interested. All right, cool. They drop that bombshell right before she gets there. And like, yeah, she's coming up with a friend. They just think they're coming up here to have some fun, not to meet you. I'm like, bruh. Like, come on.
That's
joking.
tough.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have that shot. Like, send it over.
Dude,
Because this is already a losing battle.
That literally answered my question from last week. Was how does she feel about being set up with a guy who
They had told me.
her uncle is a regular at the bar? he
Yeah,
goes at?
like, they told me that they gave her, like, basically the gist of Stu.
a little
like,
rundown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands
lied.
on, like, they sure did.
Wow.
And they're like, oh, let chemistry take over. It'll be fine. So she gets there, and as soon as they say that, I'm already like,
I should leave.
yeah, I'm making a mistake. But no, I'm going to see this out, play it through. Very good-looking girl.
Sure.
Pictures did not lie. She showed up with her friend, so now it's kind of like they're having like a family party, and I'm just the dude that's like,
So
hi, I was invited by your uncle. Nobody really knows me.
Well, actually, no.
Let's have some fun.
Your uncle, his girlfriend, and your mom know me.
Yeah, and they're trying to push me in your general direction. So, as soon as that happened, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so bad. And what do you do in that situation?
Get drunk.
Bingo bango.
Make
So,
yourself more
and,
appealing.
To the young lady's credit, she comes in and she orders a beer and a shot. I'm like, did you just get a shot? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I want a shot too. Like, you're gosh darn right. Like, all right, I like you. Like, that's a good start. It's an endearing quality. You're here to party.
Sure.
So it was a great first start. Now, for the rest of the time, it was like kind of like you're having a play date, and everybody's like setting up the activities for you. Like, all right, now you guys come over here and we'll play some Golden Tee, and we'll play some Claw Machine, and maybe some Keno, and have drinks and have fun. I'm like, that was just
It's
so
like you're at a children's birthday
poorly.
party at that point.
100% like a children's, yeah, and it's filled with like your cousins.
Yeah.
It-
Like you're supposed to be having family fun.
It was not how I saw it going in my head. So it was like, oh
It's
my
so
gosh, what have I
weird.
done? And I had told everybody at the bar, so they're all staring over here. There's like people that like waited for this. They're like,
Stu
no.
looks like a fool.
They're like, I'm gonna wait and see like how it goes for you. Like I'm gonna show up specifically because I want to see this go down. So
They saw something go
so
down.
most of the bar is like, Stu, Bud, what are you doing? You're not doing anything. And in my mind, I'm just like, I know, nothing is happening. This was a huge mistake. What have I done? So yeah, monkey wrench got thrown into it. I was very polite.
I think you were the monkey wrench. Honestly.
Getting thrown into their nice family evening
Yeah.
out. Yeah. Except everybody knew that I was there, and everyone tried to like help that along, and I got vibed out.
Bro, I would have been out.
Yeah,
Like, I would have
would've
been
left him
out if I
somewhere.
were you.
That was a mistake.
I would have been like, yeah, look, I'm just gonna go.
Like this. Well, I mean, at the same time, though, like, I'm at a bar. I can have fun. And I'm surrounded by people that I know,
Yeah.
even if it's in a weird way.
Uh-huh.
Like, outside of that, I still know the staff and everybody there. So I'm still at home. Like, this is my home base. So I'm still comfortable there, despite...
But you felt like an outsider?
Yeah.
Ah, that's the worst. Feel like
So
a
they
stranger in your own
expected-
home.
They
huh?
expected you to be working, and it
Correct.
and it to appear to her like some sort of meet cute situation.
100%.
Jesus, that is
Yep.
so stupid.
And then I must have ruined it by not being working, or not working.
They ruined it. They ruined it for
I ruined their plan, which was flawed to begin with.
right.
That's right. That's true.
It was just so dumb to begin with.
Yeah. And right now we're not in love. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Damn it!
I figured.
I'm not going to rule it out in the future because we recently became friends on Facebook.
Hey,
So,
Hey, let's get that snap. Get a roll.
we'll, I mean, it could happen. Could.
Hey, just
good.
shoot her a DM. A Facebook Messenger.
Shoot her. A
Facebook
dungeon
Messenger I got. Yeah.
master.
No, you guys are throwing me off with your DMs and Dungeon Master.
See, in my universe, DM means direct message.
That's what I said.
Well, in the universe of Dungeons and Dragons, it means Dungeon Master.
Well, roll the die, Zach, and you'll see that I rolled a 6, which means you have a 3% chance for a critical shot on that direct message.
Wow, I did not expect him to come back at me with that.
I think he had that in the holster. That was
that
really
was
good.
Really
It
good.
was terrifying.
I do a good nerd. Don't test my nerd lingo. I know what I'm talking about.
And you don't want to do the Dungeons and Dragons, and you're firing up those gems?
Not at all.
I am so excited.
I rolled the die and rolled a 3, which means I have negative interest in playing Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, so a 3 actually means maybe. So,
I rolled a 1. It was a critical failure.
so yeah, kind of like my evening on Saturday. So it was nice to like
You know, Stu, I think
be thought of in that manner.
you do yourself a disservice if you didn't just shoot the shot, you know? Let it loose.
Interesting.
I did myself a disservice by not going for it when I wasn't sure.
No. You played that exactly how anybody could have expected to play that. But now it's all about the next play. Like, what are you going to roll on your next throw?
It's like
You know?
it's
That's
like
a very fair question. And there's 2 different paths to take now.
Mhm.
Do I use this as a starting off point and start a relationship that will last a lifetime? Or do I just continue on the path that I'm going, which is clearly destined to be alone?
Oh my god. Why do we always get here with you, bro? Just be happy. What the hell is this?
Turn
Yeah,
that frown
quit it.
upside down, buckaroo.
hey, you've got a Stu.
So we're clearly at a fork in the road here.
Stu, you have a great chance right now, okay?
It can go either way.
Listen to this. Listen
The
to this.
family loves me.
Oh
Hits.
my god.
Just little hints. hit it off a little bit, go try to take her out or something. You got a wedding coming up. You need a date.
Oh, I thought you were telling me to marry her.
No,
Because that is
what?
like Dharma and Greg style.
Dude,
No, I'm saying you need a wedding date.
No, no. I already RSVP'd Stag.
you never do that. You always say you're going to bring +1.
False. Have you ever been to a wedding solo?
No?
Oh, there you go.
I've never been to a wedding.
Oh, they're fun.
Oh, that's not shocking.
They are a great time.
That's fair. That's fair, actually.
Weddings are delightful, and the most fun I've ever had at a wedding is when I went solo.
Okay.
And I actually ended up getting, like, well, the fate worked out. I ended up sitting next to somebody else that was solo. They're so good at that at weddings. It's
Yeah,
weird.
they do that.
But no, I had a fantastic time, and, like, you just drink and dance the night away.
Did you catch the bouquet?
The gentlemen don't catch the bouquet, they catch the garter.
Yeah, but I would have expected you to
No.
catch the bouquet.
I have caught the garter in a wedding.
They don't do that at quarantine weddings or COVID weddings.
Yeah, it's a whole messy thing nowadays. It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays. I
think
feel
it's
like
meant to be the opposite of messy.
Well, the wedding I was at, they had like squares on the dance floor that you were supposed to dance in, so people weren't.
square dancing's fun.
No,
Yeah.
no. Like they taped squares on the floor.
Yeah, that's what
So
square
it's like-
dancing
It
is.
was like, okay,
So you know where
you
your
have
square is,
you have
and
to
then
be within this area to dance, and you can't leave the area.
Ah,
That did not happen.
Yeah.
People were everywhere.
I need like a
Go
circle
figure.
because I
You're
spread
not
out.
gonna tell people
yeah,
what they can do
especially
on the dance
when
floor.
it's like
Okay.
3 hours into a wedding and everybody's
this
drunk. You know?
this ain't the town from Footloose.
That's right.
Can't tell people no dancing.
I just want to
fair.
backtrack real quick to when Stu said, "Or I could keep traveling down the path I'm on, which will lead to me being alone forever."
Yes, let's
And
talk
he
more about
said
that,
it,
Jarrett.
And he laughed. In just the most sad way. That
It was very
I've ever heard
depressing. It was
anybody
very depressing.
laugh.
It was very depressing.
What?
Would you like to move on, Stu?
I mean, if you want to dive in,
Let's talk about getting
I'm
drunk.
an open book.
No, I mean like let's talk about something else, so you're not sad, Stu.
I didn't think I was sad, Stu.
You know what makes Stu not sad, Stu?
What?
Drinking?
My liquor drinks?
Yeah.
Yeah, you right.
You know what's a good way to get really drunk really fast?
Is it
Snorting
watching the
vodka.
political debates?
What'd you say?
Snorting vodka goes right to the brain.
I don't think that's a thing.
I don't think you understand how alcohol works.
Blue Mountain State showed me that you snort vodka and it goes right into your
No,
brain.
you want to pour it into the hot tub, and even then you'll probably die.
I saw on Jackass they put a funnel up. Never mind.
We all saw that. Yeah, it wasn't
Politics.
great.
We know what butt chugging is.
Let's go back to politics,
Politics.
because I'm not a big fan of butt chugging.
Tried it. Wasn't for me. Moving
Wasn't
on.
for me.
Gave me the shits.
something that's really gonna get you going as far as drinking goes is playing the presidential debate drinking game.
Politics, finally.
Finally,
It's about damn
we
time.
made our way.
So drinking game politics style?
Drinking game politics style.
Yeah.
Now this isn't taking a side or anything like that.
Sounds
this
like you've already
is-
taken a side.
The side of no sides.
We
Fair.
saw your gamer tag.
Look, we don't talk about that.
That's true.
Not
we don't
here.
talk about that, Jarrett. We only make it our gamer tag.
That's right.
Presidential debate drinking game.
All right, so let's hear some rules, because I'm pretty sure the debate's starting now or soon.
Soonish.
Yeah,
Sure. I don't know.
I got to start drinking.
We'll go through what you should take a sip when you hear. Take a sip when Biden says, "Here's the deal."
Here's the deal.
It's a term he uses a lot.
Okay, I'll take your word for that.
Take a sip when Trump says, "China."
Now, Zach, in order to describe this, could you do your best impersonations of both of them while you do this?
China.
It was actually surprisingly
Yeah.
good.
I was not expecting it to be that.
Wow. Now,
Take a sip of your drink when anyone says coronavirus.
Okay, well that'll just get people blasted.
That's
Right,
the
the-
name of the game, Jarrett.
it's a drinking game,
Like,
not
don't you want to
a.
survive the end of the debate?
It's not a sit quietly game.
Okay.
Take a sip whenever Biden stumbles over his words.
Again, same thing as coronavirus, but okay.
Well, yeah.
Like, don't
Take a sip whenever Trump says huge.
Once again, that could have just been a sound clip from one of his speeches. There's no overlapping necessary.
Take
No
a
editing.
sip when Trump says "Make America Great Again."
When he says what?
Make America great again. Something like that.
Yeah. I'm catching tones there. That one wasn't as great because it was longer. But
It was longer.
There was
yeah.
still...
I'm more of a one word kind of guy.
You're catching the vibe of it.
Yeah. Then we'll move on to shots.
Finally.
Take
Toolbox.
a shot whenever Trump says millions or billions repeatedly. Millions and millions and something like that. I can't do it.
Millions and
Yeah,
millions.
exactly. He's done it before. Take a shot when Biden says malarkey.
When Biden says what?
Malarkey.
Malarkey. I don't know. I
How
don't know how he
does
sounds.
Biden sound?
I don't know.
He's old. That's
Sounds
all I know.
like he's probably just like nice normally. He's just like malarkey.
I don't think he sounds like that. I don't know.
Have you heard him speak recently?
No.
I want a side by side of me going malarkey with him.
That's just your
I can
voice.
guarantee.
I know. It's probably very
He's
similar.
saying you
Take
sound
a-
like an 80-year-old presidential
Yeah,
candidate.
that's exactly what I'm gonna be. Is like an aggressively white guy talking like malarkey. I
Well,
use
you
that
have-
word.
You
It's
have
my
nailed
jazz.
down the presidential candidates then.
All right,
Take a shot whenever Trump says China virus.
China.
Do you also have to take a sip because you said China?
Fair. Yes.
Well, yeah, like you take the shot and then you take a sip just
also-
to like
this one also
kill
is
the
a
aftertaste.
Little beer chaser.
Yeah,
This
why
one
not?
also
That's fun.
kind
Having
of could
fun.
work either way. Take a shot whenever Biden babbles incoherently. Kind of just,
No, do you also have to take a sip because he
Yes.
stumbled over? Okay.
I would say.
That'll,
So
I'll
two
double dip
sips?
there. Yeah.
Take a shot if Trump calls Biden Sleepy Joe. And take a
name
shot
calling.
if Biden says, "Come on, man," because he says that a lot apparently.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I don't think he says it like that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
What we doing?
And then there are 4 categories for finishing your drink. The first one, if Biden forgets where he is.
That's so mean.
It's not supposed to be nice. It's making fun of them.
That's so mean.
The second one, if they shake hands.
Finish your drink, because there's no way.
The third one is if Trump's hair falls off. And the fourth
It's
one,
kind of more reasonable than the handshake.
this is the most reasonable, I think, is if a fight breaks out.
Like a fist fight?
Yeah, in general.
It's just
That'd
like
be the
the
funniest looking fist fight.
just be like the Secret Service for Secret Service,
You got
and then them slapping each other.
Yeah, Trump with his tiny hands.
Biden's like, quit poking me.
Biden whacks his ass with his walker.
Meanwhile, he's like, stop poking me, and Trump's throwing punches. His tiny hands.
They're just doing this. They're just waving their arms back and forth.
All right, so all of a sudden, I'm super hyped to watch this debate.
And this can carry over to any of the debates moving forward because they have, I think they do like 5 or so. I think
At least 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then there's 3 more chances after this comes out. 3 more chances to play the
I
game.
think there should be another one that'll really get you, right? You take a sip every time somebody says my opponent.
My opponent.
My opponent.
That's fair, but that was more of Hillary's thing to say. She always
That's
said
just-
my opponent.
I always pictured you as a Hillary person.
There's 2 Biden signs in my front yard. I didn't put them there, but
They just made their way there.
it's not
I
my-
actually don't fully understand politics, but
not my house.
I woke up one morning and they were there.
It is in fact not my house, so I had no say in the matter.
I just picture Jared going out there at midnight with scissors, being like, mm-mm.
I mean, I don't hate it. So there could be worse flags to put up, or worse signs to put up than Biden flag. That's for sure.
There definitely could be worse flags, and signs are up for debate, which we're not about here, because that's dangerously politics.
That's dangerous. I was like, let's try to move away from this right now. But there's the fun of politics. That's the fun side.
The fun side
Getting
is
drunk.
yeah, drinking it away, so it can't hurt you anymore.
Yep.
At least not till tomorrow.
Not till you wake up and realize that it's still going on.
And then there's an additional pain of the hangover.
Yes.
This is the story of my life.
Well, Stu, you still seem like a hangover kind of guy. There's always a remedy for a hangover. It's pretty simple, right?
Do tell.
You never stop.
That's true. Can't get hungover if you don't stop drinking.
A little hair of the dog that bit you has always done me right.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, science in those.
Sure.
And it's an unfortunate cycle, but eventually you will all get stuck in it. Just like me.
We'll see.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Jerry, you want a drink?
What do you got?
You want a drink?
What
I've
do
been
got?
there.
You
through
want a
the
drink?
pandemic.
Jared wants a drink. All right, well, let's get him a beer.
Been there through the pandemic, though.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we're
Drinking
all
all night and then waking up at 7 a.m. and making a drink.
we're all drinking 14% more because of the pandemic, and that is
Not all of
Stu's
us.
news
Women,
approved.
apparently.
No, women are even more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Speaking of drinks, did you guys see Bud Light Platinum Seltzers?
Yeah,
What?
I've had them.
8%
They're
alcohol
amazing.
in these bad boys.
They are amazing, and man,
Dude, seltzers are delicious. Man. I don't even care. Like,
So I've never been a big guy on seltzers, but I've always been huge. Take a drink on Bud Light Platinums because they are the fancier version of Bud Light, and I am all about fancier versions of anything.
like, this is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying.
For day drinking,
I was the guy who always said Bud Light Platinum, so
He is. I can't confirm.
Yeah, and I've always supported you in that endeavor.
They're
Never
right.
once have I
No, that's
scolded
fair.
you.
That's fair.
Not
That's
once.
a good point.
Day drinking, seltzers are unmatched, in my opinion. That's the day drinking
Look, man,
drink.
if you buy,
Have you tried
buy-
liquor?
Stu, I can't. If it's 9 in the morning, I'm not having a mixed drink.
What do you think a Bloody Mary and a screwdriver are
I'm not-
doing?
I'm not
are they,
gonna-
are they
I'm-
goofing around? No, they're
No,
there for
you
your
can't-
morning
I
entertainment.
can't drink those because I don't stop. I like you start in the morning, you go all
Yeah,
day.
correct.
If I drink
Okay.
Bloody Marys and I have like 4 of them before noon,
No, you don't
there's
have
a chance
4.
I throw up.
Why are you gonna throw up?
3 max. And also, Jarrett, you can't drink all day unless you start in the morning.
Yeah, so you drink seltzers, get yourself hydrated, so you're ready to go when the beers start coming.
Mm-mm.
Man,
No.
what is this guy
You,
saying?
you
Hello?
rap, Jarrett, I'm gonna tell you what adults do. Okay, you rapid fire hard liquor, and then you drink a Pedialyte.
Oh my
Then you
God.
rapid fire more hard liquor, and then you drink a coconut water,
Mm.
and then more liquor, and then you've reached lunch.
And then you've reached lunch.
See, I'm not really a liquor guy, so for me, it's hydrate in the morning with a lot of seltzers.
Look, man, if going to Browns games and tailgating has taught me anything, it's that if you go to breakfast, you order a beer with your French toast.
Okay, so like pre-COVID, this is what I did for Browns games. Wake up super early. You're in line for the Muni lot at 6:30. Muni
Yeah.
lot opens at 7.
Mm-hmm.
You set up by 7:15. While you're setting up, you crack open a White Claw or whatever seltzer you're drinking.
Are you drinking seltzer?
Why are you so on the seltzer train?
Yeah.
Like
'Cause
I
it's early in the morning.
So?
A beer would be gross.
The first thing you crack open for tailgating is a Bud Light.
Let me
That is it.
Let me finish. So it's
Let him
7:15.
finish that.
7:15. You're all done setting up, right? Breakfast starts being made. It won't be done till around 8 o'clock. Till then, you're drinking seltzers for like 45 minutes. You eat breakfast. You bong a beer. That's when you start drinking beer. And then it's beer until noon. You go to a Browns game. You get more beer at the Browns game. You come back. The walk back from the Muni lot is a lot worse than the walk to the Muni lot because the
The
Browns
lot back
lost.
from the Muni lot is
Is-
the most sobering part of the day.
Oh man, you are ready to drive by the time you walk back to the Muni lot.
Yeah.
But no, that's that. Like, it's not seltzers for most of the day. It's seltzers for the first 45 minutes to get yourself ready to start pounding, and I mean pounding beers.
All right, no, I'm okay with that. As much as I hate it, I understand it.
Thank you.
No,
I'm not asking you to like it.
I mean,
I'm
most of the
asking
time,
you to understand.
most of the time you're eating like a hot dog for breakfast, anyways. So
I mean, like little breakfast.
Well, that's
I
like
make them. I just show up
usual
to these,
for
to
some of
these-
us.
They make like little breakfast
That's
burritos.
alright.
They're
It's
delicious.
easier.
it's fine.
It,
No, I agree. I
one
like
man's hot dog is
so-
another man's breakfast sausage.
I love hot dogs. So
Yeah.
I'm not one to shit on.
And have a better with cheddar for breakfast.
Sure.
Johnsonville.
Sure.
Maybe a Nathan's. I don't know.
Mm. All beef, or you going with the
Whatever's left.
mystery meat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more affordable. It's a pandemic.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I feel like we got off to a sidetrack here where I was talking about liquor and now I'm talking about generic, terrible hot dogs. And I don't
Well,
like
we
the
were
way
talk-
we swerved.
We were talking about
Bud Light,
tailgating.
Bud Light Platinum seltzers.
Yes.
I want to try them. I thought
Okay.
they'd be good.
They're
All right. So back to actually something that's nice. Bud Light Platinum seltzers.
They're
So
very
Bud Light
good.
Platinum is the best of the best when it comes to Bud Light.
Yes.
So Bud Light Platinum seltzers are going to be the best of the best when it comes to the seltzers.
Have you had the Bud Light seltzers?
Yes.
They're pretty good.
They're good.
And by yes, I mean I've had a seltzer, which is basically all of them.
No.
Truly, have you ever had a Truly, Zach?
Yeah, I hate them.
What?
They're
dude?
disgusting.
Truly's taste so
They're
good.
disgusting.
You can hardly tell there's alcohol in Truly's. That's how good they taste. It's crazy.
Some people like the taste of alcohol.
I know, but
They're disgusting. I can't stand them. They taste so.
they're
It literally just tastes
they're
like
very
sugar.
They're very sweet.
gross.
They're very sweet.
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. So seltzers normally 4.5 to 5% alcohol. Bud Light Platinum seltzers come in 8%. It's
Very beautiful.
unbelievable.
Very lovely.
Interesting. What are those released yet?
Oh
yes.
All right. So for the next show, maybe some Bud Light,
We're just gonna get fucked up.
Oh, we're
Silver,
gonna get
Platinum.
wrecked.
Bud Light Platinum seltzers, and they're really good flavors too. They have berry, citrus, and blood orange.
I tried to find some for the Browns game on Sunday, but like I checked like multiple gas stations and none of them had them.
I
so
went
it's
into
pretty
my
disappointing.
local Circle K and bought 2 packs,
I swear on my life, they were probably sold out because people in Strongsville are alcoholics. It's crazy.
and I drank both.
That
of
is
those
a
packs.
that is a big drinking neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's fair.
Don't want to drive out there after 6 o'clock.
You don't want to drive out there ever.
A lot of swerving, if you know what I mean.
The traffic is terrible.
People finished up
drink,
with-
people drink to cope with it.
People finished up happy hour on their way home.
Need my road pops.
Yeah, I know.
Get that flask on the way home. Now I'm going to be nice and polite for the fam.
I think are we getting close to the end of the show?
We are.
Yeah.
I think that means it's time for one thing and one thing only.
Tool of the week.
Tool of the week.
Can I
Speaking
start?
of which, Jarrett brought the trophy
I
back.
did. Hey,
Nice. Good to see you in person. So it's still here. You didn't lose it.
didn't break it.
Proud of you.
Good. Glad.
All right.
Can I go
So
first?
you may go first.
All right. See, initially I want to vote for Stu. Okay.
I get that all the time.
I really wanted to vote for Stu because he wrote down the take a whatever chug of. He wrote that in his script,
Take a dramatic sip.
and that just infuriated me when I heard it.
Yep.
But
Setting
then I-
yourself up
but-
for
but
success.
then
I
I
get
got to
that.
thinking. Zach looked at another man's laptop. Okay, that's a no-no. Never do that
You have me set up your
unless
laptop
you're
all the time.
invited to look at another man's laptop. So that's 1 point for Zach. Also, another non-point for Stu was how sad he got, and I feel bad.
Playing the pity card. Not afraid to use it.
And another point for Zach is that he didn't make a flirty face,
I tried.
and apparently he gets flirted with all the time and doesn't even know it. Good for you. We get it.
No,
So
I'm
my
saying
vote's for
that.
Zach. Let me finish.
This is his vote, sir.
My vote's for Zach. Okay.
Jesus
All right. Now he's
Christ.
done. All right, Zach, you go ahead and go next.
Man, I don't know. I want to vote for Jarrett. I'm gonna say.
You're going to, or you want to?
I want to. I wasn't planning on voting for Stu at all.
That's
because
smart to say.
Stu really hasn't done anything wrong today,
That's
as far as that
well
goes.
said. Well said.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Good
take a
stuff.
sip thing was a little much, but I did admit to looking at his laptop and even called myself out on it and said
Mhm.
I didn't want to do this because I hate doing it.
Still did it.
And I know.
You
I
did.
said it myself.
People don't forget.
But Jarrett was in charge of the sound last week. He set it up.
Wow.
You are the one who turned it up extremely loud.
No, I didn't.
Yes,
Bus
you did. I
driver
watched you
over
do
here.
it.
All aboard. Womp womp.
I watched you
Well,
do
I guess
it.
we're throwing blame out now.
You
Yeah.
left the tool of the week at home.
That was
Ooh.
last
Left the
week.
trophy at
It's a
home.
new week.
Doesn't
Yep.
matter.
It's a new week.
That's true.
Carries over.
We were just curious if it was still alive.
Yep,
Yeah.
same time.
We worry. We do.
You get plus points for it still being here.
Okay.
Not
Oh, also, I'm still upset about you winning games or
Oh, yeah,
whatever.
I destroyed
So
you.
there's another point for you.
That was a very smart point to bring up.
My vote goes for Jarrett.
So after listening to your gentlemen's votes, it comes down to old Stubop Shuwop,
No.
Stewie Danger,
There it is.
Stuart Winsek, me. And I've got to say, I was on the edge. I was waiting for one person to swing me. And with that very last comment, Zach swung me. I am so aggressively angry about how those video games went down, I blacked out. As soon as he brought that back up, the anger bubbled straight to the top. And I'm back. I'm back to how bad I felt. Losing all of those games. And only playing one game that I was just dominant at. And you guys are like, yeah, we don't want to play that again. Like, we're done with it.
What game was that?
It was Soul Calibur.
Ah, right.
Which is fair, because it's not a competition. It's, sheep to the slaughter. But the rest of those games...
Game, actually. We both won a round. And
You didn't win a round.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Check the tape.
Check the VOD.
Yeah, you didn't win a round. Okay. You didn't. You almost did. And then I was like, all right, I'm not going to let him. But no, I was so upset about the way you handled that, Jarrett.
What, winning?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was not with dignity and grace. It was with contempt
I'm not showboat.
and...
You winning is showboating.
I congratulated my opponents on a well played game.
Stop being good at things.
it was facetious at best.
Mm.
Yeah. So...
Crocodile tears.
I've completely forgotten everything that's happened today, and I just went back to that initial anger that's still boiling within me. And for that reason, my vote goes to you, Jarrett. Don't ever beat me in anything ever again.
Realistically, you should be mad at Zach for bringing it up.
Should be mad at myself for letting it happen,
No,
but I can't
to
vote
be
for
fair,
myself.
He brought it up before the show.
People don't
He
forget.
said something about it, which made me remember it.
There's a burning anger inside of me, and I don't know what to do with it. And my
Well,
only vent is right here. That's you.
I like that we're keeping the show fresh 3 weeks in a row. This is good. This is good. Good job, guys.
Hey, man.
So for the third straight week,
I would have voted for Stu.
for the third straight week, I will be gracing the cover of our YouTube page with
Yeah.
another acceptance speech.
Yeah.
We're just keeping it so fresh. Look at us, huh?
Hey, man.
All the content, not stale at all.
You
Look at
wanted to
us.
go for me.
You
We
went
got
after
someone who
Zach.
hasn't won twice.
How dare you for going after Zach?
Yeah.
Our sweet child Zach.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll take the trophy home again.
And hopefully bring it back next time.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I think it's gonna have a long
Man.
tenure with me.
You can just
so
like build a
might as well
base
just
for it
keep
at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might as well build a little little
Put it in a
mantle,
glass
little
case.
mantle above my bed.
Yeah, I like
Hopefully it doesn't break and it falls on your head.
and it'll get dusty every single week that I have to use it. And I just won't dust it.
Well, you
'cause
still
it's
have to
fun.
bring it back here, so
Yeah,
just
we'll see.
probably shine it up.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
You want to do your speech?
Sure.
Your intro speech?
I'd like to thank God, our in studio audience.
Woo!
Thank you.
There it is.
Like to thank the Tools for not letting me talk about season 6 of Call of Duty.
Big round of applause.
Like to thank
It's trash.
like to thank the cat for being locked in the bathroom.
She needs that.
It's for her own good, really.
It's for her protection and ours.
And I'd like to thank Jesus for making such a wholesome tool.
Yep. You're deeply religious, and it bleeds into the program, and we don't scold you at all for that. So,
Nope.
cheers to you,
In
Jared.
fact, we love you for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. It classes it up a little bit. Gives me the feeling we're not all going straight to hell. Some of us might make it.
Not straight. Kind of like it.
It's like falling down the stairs, is what he's saying.
So you're on Tinder,
gonna hurt.
You're not sure if you're gonna swipe right, so you just look at it for a little bit, and then you're like, nah. Then you swipe left into hell.
You just lock your phone.
Yeah.
Is that how you see God deciding people getting into heaven?
He just has a tab. He's like, sure.
Stu
Sure.
Winsack, super like. That's awesome. He's hilarious.
He looks at the bio and it's like, killed 3 people. Ugh.
Thanked Jesus
You.
and Tool of the Week acceptance speech. All right.
Every single time, never missed an
He
opportunity.
just goes, what the fuck is Tool of the Week?
Seems important.
And yeah, hell yeah. So good job, Jarrett.
Yeah.
Tool of the week this week. Coming up next week, some great new content that hey, we're thinking some big things here. We're talking about it. We're getting the ball rolling. Some possible Dungeons and Dragons talk. Don't want to get your hopes up too much, but some big things coming. Now, Jarrett,
Yeah,
you did the intro.
I did.
Now, just before we do the outro, if somebody wanted to watch us on, like, say, a different platform, how would they go about getting a hold of us?
Well, Stu, they can subscribe and like all of our YouTube videos. YouTube.com/thetoolbox.
That's a big ask. You only have to like the ones you like.
But you'll like them all.
Yeah, you're right.
And you have to subscribe.
Fair.
On YouTube, also on Facebook, The Toolbox on Facebook, at Toolbox_show on Twitter and Instagram. Let's see, what else? Patreon, you can go ahead and
Pledge some money.
give us all your money, you
Yeah.
dumb idiot.
Not all of it. Not all of it. Just most of it.
Just a
Even
solid amount.
If
of
you've
it.
won the
$3.
lottery, like, just toss us a stupid amount.
Like, look at these stickers. Look at the sticker. Boom.
He's still going with the he's going to deliver the stickers.
Hand deliver personally. You get my smiling face. I gave our one Patreon patron a sticker, and she thought it was delightful.
Good.
She really enjoyed it being hand-delivered as well. So Jarrett's no liar. If you sign up for the most expensive package, he will hand-deliver it. Even if you're in Florida, Alaska, which I both have family in, which could hear this podcast, he will do it.
I have a friend in Florida. Mitch lives in Florida, so if he,
So Mitch might have
if he
to...
pledges, I might have to make a trip down
Toolbox
to
trip.
the taint of the United States of America.
Well, that's one way of calling Florida. I mean,
It's pretty accurate.
Looks more like a dick though.
and that'll do it for us tonight.
Thanks so much. Episode 7 of the Toolbox.
Yeah.
7. Florida
Thanks
kind of
for
looks like a number
listening.
7. We could have said that instead.
Very sorry, Florida residents.
My bad.
But yeah, anyway, thanks for
To be
tuning
fair,
in.
I love Florida.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. We really appreciate it. For Zach, Stu, and myself, we will see you next Monday.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Wow, 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 wow.